Welcome to our new video about syrups. So let's start with the US Pharmacopeia definition of syrups. Syrup is a solution of sucrose in purified water, and as you may know, is usually a thick and sweet liquid. Now, what's syrup for? Pharmaceutical syrups are actually used as a vehicle for medicine, and they are mostly consumed as children medicines too. So there are different types of syrup. Liquid sucrose syrup is a water-white liquid concentrated with sucrose. An inverted sugar syrup is an edible mixture of glucose and fructose and is meant to be even sweeter than table sugar. And molasses is a thick syrup product from extracting the juice of crushed sugar cane. Now, dextromethorphan is a common medicine found in the cough syrup, and it disrupts the communication between the nerve that sends the signals for coughing and the brain. The dissolution is the step where the sucrose and the other syrup ingredients form a solution. The sucrose, the quality of the water, and the lab equipment have to be carefully selected to avoid contamination and ensure product stability. It's important that the sucrose concentration approximates its saturation point, but wait, it can't reach it. Concentration higher than 65% decreases the microorganism proliferation. Now, let's talk about codeine phosphate syrup dissolution. Let's dissolve 3 grams of codeine phosphate in water and add 500 milliliters of syrup and mix it. Now, let's add the components until it completes a liter and continue the process. There are some dissolution methods. The first one, the syrup obtained dissolving directly the sucrose on medicated liquid, and the second one, those that are obtained by the dissolution components on the simple syrup. Now let's talk about cold preparations. These processes are divided into percolating, agitation, and sacralization. Percolation is carried out in a percolator in which the sugar is placed forming a bed of crystalline sugar, and the water is added in this way. The sugar is dissolved and then the syrup is formed. In agitation, water is placed in a container, and then when stirring, sugar is incorporated slowly to avoid increasing viscosity. Syrup viscosity must be close to 190 centipoise at 20 degrees. Sacralization is a system used at the industrial level, and it allows obtaining the simple syrup in cold without agitation and in a continuous way. Syrups prepared in heating are the most common. As an advantage, we have that it is done in large quantities, and it promotes the rapid solubilization of sugar. As a disadvantage, we have the risk of caramelization of sugar and fermentation. Now, for this technique, let's heat the water and sugar until it is dissolved, and the heat temperature can exceed 60 degrees. We're going to check until the point of thread or pearl point. To make up the weight, we're going to add the same amount of water that was evaporated. Now, dissolve the sugar in water at a temperature below boiling, then raise the temperature quickly until it boils and keep it for a short time. If there's a microbial contamination, it will be destroyed, and for the determination of density, we use the aerometer or pygnometer. Clarifying filtrations. Syrups should have a clear appearance. When they look murky, they must be clarified after preparation. Clarification of the syrup can be achieved by simple filtration through cotton, filter paper, or filter plates. Depending on the viscosity of the syrups, filtration can be carried out by gravity under vacuum or pressure. On the right, a flat cloth filter with lighter paper filters is ready to clarify the syrup as it comes off the evaporator. The clarification can also be given by pressure filtration. The filter press is constituted by a system of stacked plates that inside have a filter of paper or cloth. The foundation of this equipment is to use the mechanical or hydraulic pressure to force the passage of the syrup through the plates. This causes the solid suspended in the syrup to be retained in the filters, and a clarified syrup is obtained. Sometimes, when the filtration fails to clarify the syrup, this operation is carried out with the help of absorbing agents. Egg albumin is used on a small scale, but it has drawbacks such as fixing the active ingredients and changes in pH. Industrially, activated carbon, kieselguhr, and diatomaceous earth are used as clarifiers. Equipment design according to biopharmaceutical GMP standards. In the mixing tank, the liquid is heated in a constant movement by means of a high-shear mixer that ensures uniformity. Then, the soily matter enters through a feed hopper attached to a vertically positioned centrifugal pump. The fluid gets into the mixing tank rapidly, creating a vacuum that favors the suction of solids, while a double-walled tube separates the liquid from the solids, avoiding the formation of lumps. Now, once the solution has been stabilized, it is transferred to the buffer tank, the deflector plate, where the solution is tempered to be arranged for the corresponding process. As you see, this machine has the option of cleaning in place, and after the respecting process, it will be ready for packaging. I know it's hard, but now let's look at the summary of the process using this diagram.